Intro.
Oh,
Hey,
no
oi! Oi, is
intro.
this an intro? Oi, I don't know.
Hi. Hello.
Oh my God. It's
Hi.
really late tonight, so hey, I feel a little punchy.
I did not put the intro. We should have intro.
Oh, no
Hi,
intro.
everybody.
It's
Good mo-
officially the intro that we could have done.
good morning,
So,
good evening, good afternoon,
good everything.
good everything. Have a great day, everybody, wherever you are in the world.
There you go.
We are global, so we are Baby Solutions, and I'm Myrma Alvarez,
6'3"
and this
Kurt.
is six
So.
foot three, and our name is
It's my beard.
right there.
Oh, I'm gonna
Right
duck.
there.
It's right there. See
Right,
it?
and Myrma.
There you go.
Yes, the
Oh, is that what
Baby
this is?
Solutions.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Hey.
There.
Okay.
So we are.
What are we going to talk about?
Let me add this one to the stage. We are Baby Solutions, and we are going to uh, discuss again. We are on our day 11 of the 90 days to a positive mental attitude challenge that we joined in. So this is 90 days, and we are now on our 11th day. And our topic, our topic, topic today is, let me show you the way. So we prepared a presentation.
Wow.
Again. This is a 90 days of positive mental attitude.
Good.
And
Stay
day
positive.
11, our topic for day 11 is the power of empathy and adaptability. First and foremost, what is empathy?
Well, it's a bunch of things, right? But what the
Basically,
definition is, yeah, it's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, right? So ability to understand and share
and
the
share the
feelings
feelings
of
of
another.
others. Empathy.
Yeah, empathy. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like the fires, right? They're going on still. It's my fellow
You feel.
Angelinos. I mean, I've been through a fire in LA. A lady mentioned on the news today, 1978 Malibu fire. I was through that. I've been through a couple earthquakes. So I feel when I see other people, in need and stuff and going through tough times and their house is gone, right? So I feel like I'm connected to them. I feel very bad, right? I feel very sad for them. So, and
That's
I can't
empathy.
really imagine what they're going through, right? But I'm feeling
What they're
that,
feeling.
right? Yeah, exactly. Because I've seen the fire come over the mountain. I've been scared. I packed the car. I've hosed my dad hosed the house.
You experienced that
But
years
the
ago.
whole
Years ago.
process, the whole process. These people are saying it, and I'm actually feeling it because
Yeah.
I was that
You
person.
experience it.
Exactly. So that I'm very empathetic, right, to those people.
But you don't really need to experience it to be empathetic.
You do not. You do not.
You just
No.
feel it.
But you can
feel
feel it.
what
Yeah,
they're
correct.
feeling.
Correct. Yeah.
That's
That is
being
true.
empathetic.
So yeah, and then how about the adaptability?
Adaptability is that quality of being able to adjust to new conditions. Like like in our work, if there are changes, we adjust to the new conditions. We are not like, oh, I cannot move on, or I cannot go on like this.
Yeah.
You have to adapt, like adjust to the situation that you are in currently. If it changes, then you also go with the flow. That's adaptability. And so now we are going to discuss the power of empathy and adaptability.
Awesome.
So
I could start. I can start first.
So this one.
So we're talking. So far we're talking about our own personalities, right, and our strengths and some growth, right, and how everything shapes our lives. So that's important so far. And then, but as we know, life's about relationships, right? So you have relationships at work, at home, your friends, right? So understanding the people that you are around, right? That also builds better connections, stronger connections with them, and more meaningful. So deeper connections, right?
Mm-hmm.
So getting to know the people that you are kind of in your orbit, right? The people that you deal with every day, right? That's important.
And understanding them will improve your relationship with them or
Yeah.
build a relationship with them
Yeah.
if you haven't had a relationship with them.
Yeah.
So by the end of today's live, you will know how empathy and adaptability can transform your relationship, and we will share with you some action steps that you can take today to better connect with someone in your life. So
Sounds cool.
let's dive in. So let's dive in.
Next slide.
Next slide is our why understanding others' personalities matter.
Oh,
Why does it matter?
let's see. Why does it matter? So, okay, so this example here. So, have you ever clashed with someone because they seem so different from you, right? All of us have been through that. They're like, where are they coming from? You know?
Yeah, because everybody
Right.
is unique.
Right.
Everyone is unique,
So,
has unique personality. So
yeah.
sometimes we clash with each other. It's not all the time that the flow is good.
Yeah.
So sometimes we clash. Like
So-
even you and I, sometimes we clash.
No way. What? That's impossible. No, just kidding. You know, so they communicate with you in a way you didn't understand, or priorities, right? They're different.
Didn't align.
You know, so amongst other things, so that, you know, yeah, I mean, it happens.
Like what I said, everyone has a unique personality,
No.
and the personalities are shaped in one way or another by their
Yeah.
own experiences, their values and tendencies. And so when we take the time to understand these differences between us, then we can first improve the communication.
There's a restaurant that we know of that basically has only takeout, which is interesting. And then they tell us something's on the menu, everything they have is available. But then when we ask for something on the menu, they say it's not available. Just look at the menu. So, so I still am puzzled. But again, we just powered through it. We ordered other food, but it just, who knows, right? You just kind of move on, and it's fun to talk about it, but don't know why. So it's important.
And also you build trust.
Build trust, yes. So it's important.
When people around you, or like somebody that you are in connection with, they feel that they're seen, or they're valued. When you make an effort to understand them, then that will build trust between the two of you. They will start trusting you, and that will also in turn strengthen your relationship with them. And recognizing and appreciating differences will help us connect more deeply.
Today I was talking to someone about a project that we worked on years ago, and I said, remember we worked on that? That was so fun. And so that calls out of the person out, and that they did great in that project and everything. I also acknowledged them today in the meeting, and so that was important, right, to put in that, and and add to that trust. So it's kind of fun.
That's one thing too, acknowledging if they did a good job or something like that. So that also is strengthen the relationship.
Cool.
And
so
and so how do we recognize how to recognize and adapt to different personalities?
I don't know.
How do you begin to understand and adapt to someone else's personality? There's a lot of things to do to recognize, to adapt and adapt to different personalities, but we just sum it up to only three.
Looks like three, huh?
Because of the limited time, of course. We got three main discussion points here. First is to
look at their style, observe their style. So you're basically mentally, right, you're watching, you're paying attention to how they communicate, make decisions, and approach tasks. Sounds like their style, right? So how do they communicate? Are they detail oriented or big picture? And do they prefer quick decisions, or do they need time to process? So that's basically, some people don't like problem solving, right? So I tend to be fairly good at problem solving sometimes about certain things, and so I like to kind of, I've already pulled out all the things that aren't important, I feel, and then I go to the end already and I've solved it, right? But that doesn't help people. So people I work with, some people don't like that. They want to go through the whole process. So it's important, to to modulate yourself, right, to the people that you need to communicate with. So for
Yeah.
me, it's like, I have to basically, maybe they need time to process it, right? So it's
Because
important.
that's how you observe their style.
That's how their
And
style. Correct.
also,
Yeah.
aside
Yeah.
from observing their style, you ask questions. If
Yeah.
you're not so sure
Yeah.
of what you observe,
Yeah.
then you ask questions.
It's better to ask questions, right?
Genuine curiosity.
Yeah.
Show genuine curiosity
Yeah, something that's
about.
not non-threatening, right? Just, so just something that, how is that process, or how does that work, or
Yeah, or
so
what do you prefer?
yeah, or
What's
maybe,
your ideal way to collaborate?
yeah,
Or what motivates you, like that?
Yeah.
How do you want it done? Like,
yeah,
ask
yeah,
them ideas to
Yeah.
contribute to the ideas, to collaborate
Yeah.
with the ideas, and don't control the discussion.
yeah. I have a person in mind that I need to strengthen my relationship with this year, so that's one of my things I have to work on. So I'll do that at where I work. So number 3 is adapt your approach. Once you understand their personality, tailor your communication to meet them where they're at, right? So meet at the middle ground, right? So if they're looking for direct answers, then
Be clear.
you have to tell it like it is, right? Don't go around everything and stuff. They want to know the answer, just give it to them. And then if they value the emotion piece, then acknowledge their feelings and before you dive into facts. So probably a sensitivity, right? And then if they're introverted, give them space to process and share ideas at their own pace. So I do have someone who's somewhat introverted, and they're no, it's not you. We had a discussion before we started this, by the way. Yeah, that was funny.
Me introvert,
Yeah,
but
but I'm the real introvert. See,
you just think I'm
She
extrovert, but
think-
I'm introvert.
Yeah, that's me. That's kind of maybe both of us.
Mm.
Yeah. So so try to figure out that where that person fits, right, in those areas, right? We're all different. It'll be a combination of some of these things, the personality. So yeah, if they're introverted, give them space to process. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't rush them.
yeah, that doesn't work in some folks at all. And again, if they're analytical, right? So this is an example, but if they're analytical, the thing is that analytical people, at least for me, right? I'm also analytical, so I don't like to be rushed to something. Although I have ideas, but it's important not to rush to whatever that situation's answer is, right?
Let the other person process what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah. And in a meeting today, right, I deferred to that person by name and said, "Oh, maybe this person will be able to elaborate on something or explain something better than me," right? So I'm deferring to them about something because I know that they're good at doing that particular thing. So yeah. So we can go on to the next thing, right? So we've covered those 3. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I want to share what
You have a share?
I want to share what I was watching earlier in YouTube, which is since we are in the personality types, and how to adapt to be emphatic, empathy and adaptability.
Yeah.
And there are also, when you go to the internet or to the books, or there's a lot of different kinds of personalities. I mentioned in the previous days that Briggs and Myers have four pairs of, like, quadrant. I call it quadrant. 4 quadrants for like the introvert, extrovert, like that, analytical, and like what do you call that? Not this, like max, like introvert and extrovert, the different
Personality types,
different like that.
Different personality types.
And I also have this 4 personality types that from another doctor. Personality is made up of 2. That is characteristics. Those are the traits, and temperament. Those are the behaviors. And 1 personality type is the structure oriented. It's good to include this one in the discussion, because we are in the discussing the how you interact with different types of personalities. So if the person, you have to adapt to the personality type, right? So if the personality in front of the person in front of you have personality type that is structure oriented, these are more analytical, detail oriented, and they are dependable.
Yeah.
The way you deal with them is be systematic and specific.
Yeah.
Explain the process like what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Be thorough because they like the structure. They're analytical. Be thorough. Give them the details. Show charts if possible, and don't fake your knowledge because they will know that you're faking your knowledge.
Yeah.
So don't fake your knowledge. And the second personality type is the people oriented. These are motivated by helping others. They have empathy and sympathy. Those like how you feel towards those people in the wildfire, those
Yeah.
other people, helping people there. And the way you interact with them, the way you adapt to them is you listen to them attentively, tell story and hone in on the emotional aspect of it. Allow them to be in control, not you taking control all the time. Avoid heavy details and be supportive of them. And the third personality type is action oriented. These people are more comfortable when taking charge. They are go getters, love challenges. They're action takers, competitive, results oriented, and they're risk takers, and so on and so forth. And the way you deal with them is you exude confidence, and they will feel confident with you. So when you are communicating with them, you exude confidence so that they will feel confident in you. And you be clear. You have to be clear and concise, and respect their time. The fourth one and the last one here is the vision oriented. They are creators, scholars, big picture thinkers, intellectual, value learning, knowledge, and wisdom, and they look at the big picture. And you can do small talk with them, emphasize the benefits, and use big picture and language. So those are
Kind of a combination of some of those things, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tough one, but yeah, our group is extremely analytical. I mean, that's our business. So um,
yeah.
We-
You will
we-
not be there if you're not analytical. So
yeah,
that's an analytical group.
yeah. So we brainstorm, but it definitely has a focus, right? And then it has some outcome. So like, what is the outcome of what we're trying to do, right? And so we're trying to come to some resolution of some data thing or something, right? For example, so it's a combination of those personality types. It may not always be talking to one of those personality types. It could be multiple, right? It just depends on.
Yep.
It depends on that communication,
Yeah.
process, right? Yeah. So that's another thing to consider. But again, if it's like a one-on-one situation, then I could totally see that, right? If it's like, if it's an emotional type of person that, you connect, find something emotional to connect with them, right? And the same thing with the analytical and the risk taker thing. So you want to be direct and, okay, this is the action things that we're trying to do, and this is where we're going to end up with, right? This is the result, right? So it's kind of bang, 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 right? So, yeah.
And this also is
So,
very important with
is.
work wise, right? Because if you're the boss, you have to also know the personality types of your staff,
Yeah.
so that you know how to deal with them, how to handle them, how to manage them. And if you are the staff, you also have to know the personality type of your boss, so you know how to handle your boss too, and how to deal with your
Good
boss, right? So either or, vice versa. You have to know the personality. That's why in our company we have this personality types
We do.
training, right?
Yeah, we do.
The Briggs and
We
Myers.
both have been doing
Myers
that. We both
Briggs.
did that training. It was extremely, really amazing, right? It was
Yeah.
extremely, what do you call it, insightful or something? Yeah, it's. I was like, wow, and then what I was amazed at is we kept splitting up in different groups. I think it was like
Mhm.
30 of us, and so
Yeah.
the groups keep switching around, right? So
Yeah.
you get different people. But the shocking part was that in our group, it's like they were elements of each one of those 4 personality types.
Personalities, yeah.
Because someone has what they have a major one and a second one, right? It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
major and a minor one.
Yeah,
Like
that-
you're going
like
to
the
college, right?
highest
The
one
highest,
is-
then the second one, right? So you're supposed to pick 2, right? Is the point? But the shocking thing was that there's like everybody in those 4 were represented in our small group. So
so much fun because you get
yeah.
to know different,
yeah,
and you get to observe the different personalities, what they do in certain situations in that test, right? In like a game.
so yeah. Anyway, so it was.
And then what we do also that is we put the what we are,
yeah,
the label, we put it in our cube,
yeah.
so they
That's
know
fine.
what you
Oh,
are.
okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it.
right.
Okay.
It's a hawk that you are saying
Yeah, I'm the
earlier.
hawk.
There's
Yeah,
a hawk.
yeah. We put
I can't
animals
even
in.
remember
Yeah,
what I
remember.
am.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
know.
rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Good. Okay, moving along. So, anyways, those are just some ideas there.
So we have some
So
action
it's not
step.
binary, you know. Yeah.
Some action step.
Oh, cool. Okay, so let's see. Pick one person that you interact with regularly. Could be a coworker, partner, friend, or family member. Okay, cool. So you got that person in your mind. Take a moment to observe their personality traits. Probably more than a moment, right? And then ask yourself: are they more structured, spontaneous, emotional, logical, introverted, extroverted? So you're basically doing the analysis. You're kind of interested in that person to figure that out, and then think about one way you can adapt your communication to connect better with them. So maybe they're a particular personality type, and then you would follow that personality type's thing, right? To like you're saying small talk to the emotional person, right? So that would you're to be invested in that person, right? The emotional personality, you say a small talk about yourself or something, and now that person becomes more invested in you, right? So it's I have people like that too, right? That and I don't mind some small talk, and then we say something, and then we just get to work, right? So yeah, that's cool. So that kind of thing. Or if they thrive on encouragement, okay, you can add an extra. You've got this the next time you speak with them. So I think that probably is a lot of people thrive in encouragement, right? And yeah, so all of us want to be
Motivation.
want to be wanted. Yeah, so I do encourage people. I do say that they're doing a great job and stuff, and I that helps them on to the next thing. So I do practice that. So for you guys, right, is like so this is I'm reading this verbatim, right? So it's basically they're saying who's one person you want to understand better, and what's something you've noticed about their personality that you could adapt to. So share in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, right? So basically, you're looking for something that you've noticed about somebody else's personality that you could adapt to, that you've learned about their personality, basically, right? And that you are adapted to that personality. So maybe it's like I was saying earlier, you're not a big small talk person, but to engage with that person who's the emotional type, then you would have a little small talk, and then you basically see how that result would be, right? Yeah, I think that's the point to this. Okay.
Yeah. What do you call that? Use that what we said earlier to observe the person, right? And then what's the other one? Observe,
Observe,
ask
and
questions, and adapt your approach
Yeah.
to the personality of the person. So you
you're
remember those things.
I don't know, was it not parroting, but or mimicking, but you're basically trying to figure out your best communication with that person, right? To to help better communicate with them is the idea, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have to remember.
We're all different.
Yeah, we have to remember that understanding other people's personalities isn't just about making life easier. It's about creating deeper and meaningful connections and a better relationship.
Yeah, it's I mean, I tell the kids, right? I mean, the connections and the interpersonal relationships are really important, just like school is.
Especially,
and those are the things with people that that are important, and that maybe you get picked for a job, or you know, they call you, hey, there's a job available, you know, and you're like, oh, really cool, you know, or whatever it is, right? Or maybe you'll have opportunities, right? So that's important, right? It's important to you know, develop you know, soft skills, I guess, but you know, it's important to
Yeah, you
develop
can
those
say
skills.
that.
It's not just, you know, about doing better in math or something or English. It's also developing
Interpersonal
interpersonal
skill.
relationships, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm a big fan of that. And people that I have a large group of people that I've always dealt with at our company, right? I always have a lot of people I deal with usually, and they're all different, right? You know, and I love it, you know. So
Yeah, it's good to it's good to
it's fun.
it's good to, what do you call it, interact
Yeah,
with different personalities, and so you will start building trust, building relationship, building connections.
yeah,
And so
that's cool.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And take some time today to observe and adapt and apply what we are saying here today, to observe and adapt with someone in your life, whoever that is, your partner, kids, or your coworkers or business partners. uh, and even small efforts can make a big difference.
Yeah, I think like you and I, right? I mean, I try to understand you, you try to understand me. We're coming sometimes from different angles, right? Or
Mhm.
maybe we just sometimes we just say the same thing at the same time, right? You know, it's really
Yeah.
funny. So
Like
you know,
our brains,
it's really
you're like,
wild, you know. I like literally we're just repeating ourselves, but like together, it's really wild. So, you know, but you know, we're different, right? So yeah, it's kind of cool. So there, you know, you may find that after you've advanced and you know you've dealt with this person right differently,
yeah.
that there's some real benefits from it. Yeah,
So that's it for us today for our day
cool.
11. So I hope you will join us tomorrow for day 12,
Oh my god.
where we will explore how different personalities contribute to teamwork.
Oh, that's cool.
That's another topic. So until then, I hope you keep connecting and growing with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very
We'll see you
much.
tomorrow. And
She's clicking a lot of things. I'm not sure what it is.
Where's my at the stage? My thank you.
The thank you is
Thank
buried in there somewhere,
you.
but
Yes,
thank
it's
you.
there.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
it's in there, but thank you. Yeah, oh, there it is. Thank you. Okay,
And
good.
to our viewers right now and our viewers later on, we thank you so much. We appreciate all of you, and
Yes.
God bless you all. God bless all the people affected in the wildfires, South Cal wildfires. I hope no more wildfires there. We are always praying for you guys and everybody. God bless everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Ah, perfect.